In the heart of Sonoma County, we bring you a rematch and a red-hot one at that in the NBL Redwood Championship game. Hello, everyone. We welcome you into Recreation Park here in Healdsburg, California, the gem of Sonoma County. Hugo Traverso alongside Paulo Maravilla as we have the NBL Redwood Championship annually taking on Montgomery. The Tigers were the number 2 seed, so they will take to the plate first, and we'll go through their starting lineup. Hunter Thomas leads off. Batting second will be Donnie Rincor playing short. Batting third, Kyle Russell in left field. Wyatt O'Brien, the man who took it out to University Street last time he played here, who plays at third base. Connor Ibsen, the catcher, bats fifth. Gabe Franchi starts at first, batting sixth. Caleb Jacobs, Brady Strinsky, the DH, and Mikey Navarro round out the lineup for the Tigers. For Montgomery, behind the plate is Vince Prosser, along with the starting pitcher, Chase Russell, who started that championship game last year, went 7 scoreless, 6 allowing 1, but no earned runs onto that. But anyways, the defense for them from right to left in the infield, Adam Kramer, Rocco Fazio, and then Brandon Luzinto, the flex, alongside Salvador Pedroza, who plays third. Benny Oliveras, the red-hot arm, playing left field. Justin Howard, the switch hitter, is going to be the leadoff hitter for the Vikings. He is going to play center field, and then in right is Joel Silva. So the Vikings meet in the middle, and they give Chase Russell some words of encouragement. Russell toes the slab on the right side. Russell looks in. Russell collects himself, kicks and delivers. This one is in there for a called strike at the knees, just a bit inside. First pitch comes in at 4:34. It is 80 degrees and clear here in Healdsburg. A little bit of wind, blowing a bit out to right field. Here's the second offering to Thomas. It's in the dirt.
Yeah, Hunter Thomas batting .455 on the season, 42 runs, 40 hits, 30 RBIs, 7 home runs, and 10 doubles. So really producing for the Annalee Tigers.
1-1 on the way. That one's just a bit outside. 2-1 now the count goes. So 2-1, Russell stares in. Thomas, tall right-handed hitter, the pitch, swing, and he grounds this one on a high chopper down the third base line, but foul. Pedroza made a nice play on it, but it looked like Thomas was gonna leg that one out, as Pedroza would have had to make a tough throw from deep third.
Yeah, Thomas, he's got a lot of speed and a lot of great contact, so let's see what he can do.
Well, I guess the new story of the year for the Vikings has just been their offensive uptick. They're playing a lot better on the batting side of things and having some good games at the plate, so we'll see how they do here. 2-2, Russell stares in, kicks and delivers. Inside at the hands, and Thomas pulls his bat back just in time to not get hit. 3-2 to the future Otter and into Cal State Monterey Bay. 3-2 on the way. In the dirt, Thomas walks.
Yeah, that's one way to start the game. You get a base runner on. Now it's going to be Donnie Rinko. He's going to be the start shortstop. But yeah, really great at bat. He really battled through there, got a couple strikes, fouled off a couple pitches, and now you got a runner on. See what the Tigers can produce here.
And Donnie Rinker stepping to the plate, right-handed hitter against the righty Russell. Thomas takes a deeper lead. The pitch, and Rinker hits this thing into dead center. Back on it is Howard. He ranges to his left and makes the catch, and Rinker is retired.
Yeah, great piece of hitting. Just kind of got under it and ends out with the first out of the inning.
Yeah, so now Kyle Russell will come to the plate, left fielder.
Yeah, leading the team in batting average, batting .474.
Yeah, Russell, underrated guy. Came out of kind of nowhere this year. Solid player. We'll see what he can do. Thomas leads away over at first. Creeps away. The throw, pick over. is not in time as Thomas slides back in. No tag applied by first baseman Adam Kramer.
Yeah, he has 30 RBIs as well, Hugo, so top of this lineup, really powerful.
Huge gap out in left center field. Of course, triples alley in left center field as this one is low and away. It skirts a bit away from Prosser, but Prosser able to control it. They claim that it is 400 out to left center. You go on Google Earth, you do the estimations, it is actually about 415, 420 out to left center, and to dead center field about 380, 390. So this ballpark plays really crazily. 350 down right field, but as it comes in, and right center's can get as shallow as 326. To left field, on the left field line, it is 280. So you're playing the confines of a very old style ballpark built in 1921. And Russell kicks and fires in at the knees for a called strike. 1-1.
Yeah, Russell has that really nice four-seam fastball. Seems like he's able to locate it in a 1-1 count, see what he throws at him.
Yeah, very solid pitcher. Has a lot of experience on the mound with the Vikings. And Russell picks over. Thomas back in time. Wyatt O'Brien on deck, the third baseman. As I mentioned, tattooed one last year in the NBL championship onto University Street. Tigers trying to claim their second championship as the runner goes. Pitch is grounded foul down the left field line. Ooh, that one just cut over about 3 feet shy of third base. Thomas got a great jump.
Yeah, just missed it. If that one went fair, wouldn't surprise me if Thomas was able to score on that pitch, but see if he can come back with a base hit just like that and see if they can get 2 runners on for the Tigers.
Yeah, Oliveira's out there in left field. Powerful arm, pitched 5 innings against Santa Rosa to put the Vikings in this championship game. The pitch upstairs, 2-2.
See what the strikeout pitch is here, Hugo.
And 2-2, 1 down here in the top of the first inning. Tigers yet to plate a run. Hunter Thomas led off with a walk, and then Rinker flew out to dead center. Russell checks on the runner. Thomas goes. The pitch is fouled off to the left and will cascade off the screen in front of the Vikings dugout. A couple JV pickups. Gonna see some time here. One of the notable ones, Joey Knowlton for the Tigers. See if he can make an impact. 2-2, he's gonna pick over back to Thomas. Thomas runs back. This game is for the outright NBL Redwood Championship. Vikings took home the banner, taking 2 out of 3, as this pitch is low and lined up the middle. Catch is made in the air, and a base running mistake by Thomas. He's doubled off by Brandon Lazinto, and the Vikings survive. My goodness, what a crazy double play, a soft liner, and he gets the put out.
Yeah, that's some great defense there, Hugo, being able to read that, catching the ball, and then running down Thomas, a guy with great speed. Just a mistake that doesn't usually happen. Since he was running and stealing the base, second baseman was there to cover and hit it right at him and was able to tag. So just a really, really thought-out play.
Yeah, so we'll look at the Annalee defensive lineup. Nicky Navarro is the man on the mound for them. Paulo will get us a little bit more on Navarro in just a moment, but Justin Howard leads off for the Montgomery Vikings, the switch hitter, naturally ambidextrous player. He is going to be the leadoff for the Vikings. He'll be followed by Oliveras playing in left field. Adam Kramer, the first baseman, bats third. Joel Silva, the right fielder, bats cleanup. Salvador Pedroza, the third baseman, bats fifth. Jonathan Ponce, the DH, bats sixth. Chase Russell, the pitcher, bats seventh. Vince Prosser, the catcher, batting eighth, and then Rocco Fazio, the second baseman, rounds out the lineup for the Tigers. It's going to be Navarro on the bump. Connor Ibsen will be his battery mate. Gabe Francis at first. Caleb Jacobs at second. Wyatt O'Brien at third. Donnie Rinker at shortstop. Kyle Russell over at left field, and then Hunter Thomas in center, and Mikey Navarro, Nikki's brother, in right field. So Paulo, tell us a little bit about Navarro.
Navarro, 5th appearance on the year. Strong righty, he's really tall. He's 1-0 on the year with a 2.21 ERA, 13 1/3 innings pitched, 13 hits given up, 3 runs given up, one of those being earned, 4 walks, 14 strikeouts, and 57 batters faced. So a really young junior with a lot of potential. See if he can pitch a gem here at Rec Park today, Hugo.
And with Navarro coming to the bump, it's going to be Justin Howard. Howard has seen a huge uptick in production comparatively to last year. Was a very good hitter last year, and now playing his summer with NorCal U, he is going to try and see some more here. Left-handed hitter. Got a good bat. See what he can do here. So Navarro, the right-handed pitcher, toes the slab, shakes off his catcher twice. Now gets his sign, and he likes it. Blue glove to his chest, he comes set. Navarro, the kick and the delivery, and it's upstairs, 1-0.
Yeah, Navarro, only 13 1/3 innings pitched this season, so really big start for him coming into this big NBL Redwood championship game.
Yeah, 1-0 now. Coming from Navarro. Navarro on the way. Swing, and this one's lined up the middle and over the head of Brinker at short. It squirts out into center field. And Justin Howard leads off with a single. The Vikings are cooking. And now Benny Olivares will come to the plate.
Yeah, Benny Olivares looks like he's got great power and potential. We've got a runner on, see what the approach is. Maybe see a couple pitches and then look for an outside slider and maybe punish it towards that big right field line.
Yeah, here we go. As you mentioned, Paul, right field guarded. It's very wide out there. The pitch is inside for ball 1, 1-0. Yeah, it is Mikey Navarro, in fact, playing about 40 feet left of the right field line, so it's going to be a tough one if Olivares can take it the other way. The pitch inside, and Olivares is hit. Turned his back to it, and he got hit right on the left shoulder.
In early trouble for Navarro, so we'll see what they can do.
So Howard at second now, Olivares at first. And now Adam Kramer comes to the plate, first baseman. Lefty. See what he can do against Navarro. So lefty, righty, lefty. Navarro's first offering is a fastball that catches the outside part of the zone for a called strike.
Runner in scoring position, 2 runners on. See if Kramer can do something.
Navarro gets his sign, checks on Howard at second. Quick leadoff guy. Little game of chicken. The pitch, Navarro, swing and a miss from Kramer.
Yeah, big swing right there, Hugo. Swinging a little bit for the fences, but if he gets a hold of one, he'll go a long way.
A lot of room in right center field. Tigers defense pretty straight up, although Thomas just shaded to the right of second base out in deep center field. Here comes the offering. Swing and a miss, but right back to that pitch, and Kramer is sat down on strikes.
Yeah, that was a great strikeout. He knew that fastball was running for him early, and he set that up with his slider, went fastball, probably was expecting another slider load away, and he gassed him up and gave him the fastball, so great strikeout, giving some momentum going up against Joel Silva.
Yeah, Joel Silva, his grandfather and father both have played in this game before. Grandfather played for Annalee and beat Montgomery in the NBL championship here back in 1965. So, or excuse me, I believe 1960 played in this game. In 1960 for the Tigers. Tigers threw a no-hitter in that one, in fact, and took home the NBL championship. Back then it wasn't the NBL, but about the Sonoma County equivalent of the league title. And then his father played back in the 90s for the Vikings and took home the title for them. Here's the pitch on the way, and Silva is a swinging bunt down the third base line. Fielded by O'Brien, throw to first in time, 2 down. So both runners move up.
Yeah, now you have 2 runners in scoring position, a really productive out. 2 outs, and see if Salvador Pedroza can do something for the Montgomery
Vikings. The Vikings follow the Vikings. Montgomery. We'll see what Pedroza can do. Third baseman. Got some power. Try and plate Howard and Oliveras. Here we go. Pedroza donning the number 24. Vikings in their white uniforms with red pinstripes. Very modern look with their lettering and numbering. Here's the pitch. This one's fouled off to the right and out of play. It'll land at the Steindorf Barns. It'll play host to the Sonoma County Healdsburg City Fair here. The FFA Fair in Healdsburg, California will be held right here at Healdsburg Recreation Park. And it's a great fair, and Memorial Day, always a tradition here in northern Sonoma County. And we'll see a lot of great steers and a lot of great animals like sheep and pigs get sold off, and see some hardworking FFA and 4-H members be able to sell the animals that they raise. First offering is outside, 1-1 now to Pedroza. Pedroza waits. Navarro gets his sign, comes set. Navarro glove to chest, takes a deep breath, he kicks and fires, and this one's upstairs, 2-1.
Yeah, just a lot of trouble with commanding the strike zone. Young junior really needs to figure it out before Monty takes advantage of his mistakes.
Yeah, 2-1 now with 2 down to Pedroza. Oliveras over at second. Howard at third. The 2-1 on the way. Outside, 3-1. So Navarro, some struggles early on here, and he does not want to walk the bases loaded with Jonathan Ponce, the designated hitter, coming to the plate. 3-1 with 2 down. Runners on second and third. The pitch now to Pedroza. Kicks and delivers. Upstairs with that one. And Pedroza walks.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Lots of pressure coming up for Jonathan Poncho. Yeah, and if I'm Annalise pitching coach, I might go out there to give the pitcher some wise words, just maybe calm them down, let them take a deep breath. But let's see if he can get out of it.
Well, now with the bases loaded and 2 down, we'll see if Ponce can come in and work the trick. Designated hitter waits the pitch, swing, and he pops it up into shallow left field. Over there is O'Brien. He is tiptoeing the line, comes into foul territory, back to fair, and makes the catch, and the side is retired. So, nothing after 1. We'll head to the second as you are listening to the NBL Redwood Championship on Hugo Sports 360. Welcome back here. Second inning of play from the NBL Redwood Championship. Wyatt O'Brien will stand into the batter's box. Right-handed hitter Connor Ibsen, the catcher, on deck. He'll be followed by Gabe Frenchie. The first offering to O'Brien is in there for a called strike at the knees. Got the inside part of the plate. O'Brien has some power, can turn on one. Wind blowing, though, in here, so in from left field. We'll see if O'Brien can get a hold of one. In there for a called strike on the second offering.
O'Brien, one of those big third basemen, 267 batting average on the season, 14 RBIs, no home runs, and 3 doubles. So got potential to hit a couple doubles here.
Yeah, O'Brien 0-2, the pitch to him, swing, and he grounds this one foul off to the left side. It'll nestle itself just far from the Montgomery dugout. Yeah, O'Brien connected on one that was about a 336-foot bomb. Likely would have been a flyout at a lot of different NBL ballparks, but here at Recreation Park, that one had some power on it and just kind of hung up in the air and just kept going. 0-2. The pitch from Russell is just outside. At the knees and outside.
Yeah, tough location, tough pitch. He tried to go fastball low and away. It's a hard pitch to locate, just missed it. But he really does have the command and has been rolling here, Hugo. See if he can get out of this.
Yeah, 1-2 now to O'Brien. The pitch, O'Brien hits this one, foul.
Right off his foot, I believe, Hugo. Yeah,
O'Brien was the offensive player of the game last year. I mean, he brought home the only run with that homer. Of course, overall player of the game was Cooper Schultz, which that was unreal. Great performance from him. But O'Brien himself, a friend and fan of current Mendocino College baseball player, as Russell throws this one way inside, and O'Brien is hit. So 1-2 count comes to nothing as O'Brien will head to first to start the second inning. O'Brien's a big friend and fan of former Cardinal Newman baseball player Madden White.
The late, great Madden White. He is probably the best defensive third baseman I've ever played with. Hugo, he is a smooth operator there on the hot corner.
Yeah, O'Brien now leads away. The pitch, high and inside. Just to clarify for you folks, Madden's not dead. He's not late and great. Normally say that when you say late.
I do say that.
When you do say late, you normally say that for someone who's not with us anymore. And Wyatt, Madden is with us as the 1-0 is in there at the knees for a called strike. In at the knees, 1-1.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Matt White is well alive and well. Mendocino College.
1-1. This one is hit hard on the line, deep center field. Howard ranges back and he makes the catch. One down.
Yeah, great piece of hitting by Howard. Saw fastball exploded on it, pulled it right into center field. So great piece of hitting. That got down. Probably get runners on, but now we got to see Richie. He's got a very, very good fastball and slider.
Yeah, we'll see. Frenchie, I mean, like you said, Frenchie Paulo, as he fouls this one off, he is very good against fastballs and sliders. A little bit of trouble with the curve, but he's very good with those fastballs and sliders, and we'll see if he can drive one out of here. O'Brien, very healthy lead over at first. Russell checks on him, kicks and delivers, and this one's breaking ball way inside, and Frenchie just is able to watch that one come in for a called ball. 1-0. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 in there for a called strike at the knees. So 1-2 now.
Yeah, he has all the power in this at bat. Maybe go slider away, or maybe that fastball up and in.
The 1-2 on the way. The pitch, Frenchie watches it come through. And he's diced up. Strikeout, and he doesn't know it. He thought that was strike 2, but no, that's strike 3. And he sat down looking. So 2 down. Great job by Russell to bounce back from that one.
Yeah, that was a nasty pitch. I think that was just forgetting what the count was in the at-bat, which is something you can't do in a game, period, especially not in a championship game, Hugo. So got to be paying attention.
And we'll see. Caleb Jacobs now stands in. First pitch to him is in there for called strike. 0-1 now to Jacobs, the second baseman.
Using that Voodoo Gold and Black bat, something I used back in the day.
It's got some great drip to it. The pitch, this one's grounded to the right. Tough play for the second baseman, but he is able to charge in, make it onto first, and that will be the side retired for the Tigers. So a leadoff base runner, they're unable to do anything with it. We'll be right back. Still 0-0 as the Vikings will come up. Bottom of the second is looming. And we're back here. Chase Russell leads off. Be the 7-8-9 for the Vikings here in the second inning. Russell, Proser, and then Fazio. Russell waits. Right-handed hitter. Navarro back on the mound. He was able to work out of that jam in the first inning. Harmless. Navarro comes set, takes a deep breath, kicks and fires. That one's upstairs, 1-0. High breaking ball does not fall into the zone as planned. The athletic directors are out here. It's a big night for baseball. Steve Arrow from Montgomery, Joe Elwood for, of course, the league, too, the league commissioners. The 1-0 is a foul ball back into the left, into the screen. 1-1.
Yeah, sort of on it there, Hugo.
And Joe Elwood out here for as the league commissioner and the Annalee athletic director. 1-1 with nobody out. Russell waits. Navarro comes set, kicks, and delivers. That one's in the dirt. 2-1 now.
Men's League basketball being played just behind Rec Park towards Georgie Park, I believe it is, Hugo.
Yeah, playing out there. They're enjoying a good Friday afternoon. The 2-1 is hitting a foul territory. It's a pop-up over on into O'Brien, and it's going to fall onto the roof and roll back into the street here at Recreation Park. Windsor and UConn will be showing up very soon. They're the nightcap game tonight, 7:30. We'll have that game right here.
Yeah, Recreation Park is the place to be on a Friday night, especially during the May months, June and July, and especially when there is Prune Packer baseball in Healdsburg. Here you go.
Yeah, that'll be very fun, Prune Packer baseball. First pitch is in just 3 weeks, the 2-2. Swing and a ground ball hard into the foul territory off down the left field line. I'm back for my second season of Packer baseball calling this. It'll be myself and Easton Stockford on the calls. I have beat reporter Julian Corey and some other great broadcasters coming in periodically. 2-2 with nobody out, as Russell waits. Navarro comes set. The 2-2 offering. Upstairs, breaking ball. Started at his shoulder, and it really didn't drop very much. So the count goes full. Full count offering on the way. Swing, and it is another pop-up off to the left. This will stay in fair territory. Tiptoeing the line and making the catch is Wyatt O'Brien. And the same result, almost identically, for the first batter of the second inning, the last batter of the first inning. So now it'll be Vince Proser who will come to the plate.
Yeah, really productive. Out now, kind of regaining his confidence and command and kind of enforcing some strikes.
Yeah, Proser, the catcher today. He'll be followed by Rocco Fazio. The first offering from Navarro. Outside on the fastball. Low and away with that one. One 0 now with one down. Here's the pitch from Navarro. This one is popped up to the left. O'Brien gives chase, and he will just let it fall onto the rooftop here. And it will fall down right in front of the backstop. 1-1 now to Proser. If you're familiar with Rec Park, the bleachers are made with Redwood, painted green. So they've lasted since 1923. The 1-1 with one down here. Navarro sets up. He kicks and delivers. In the dirt, 2-1.
Yeah, lost a little bit of command there on his changeup. See if he goes back to that fastball and maybe pushes it inside a little bit.
So 2-1 with one down. Navarro leans back. Collects himself now. Proser waits, the 2-1. Swing, and this one's grounded hard to second. Great play made by Jacobs. Throw to first in time. And he is retired now. It'll be Rocco Fazio.
Yeah, and the second baseman looking like Nico Horner out there, backhanding a soft grounder towards the middle of the diamond and being able to backhand it and quickly get it off in time for the second out of the inning is really powerful for infielders.
I love the player comp. Nico Horner, another legend in NCS, has played here before, played at, I believe, his Head Royce School. Great legendary highlights against Clear Lake in an NCS Division 6 championship, as the first offering is in the dirt and outside to Fazio for a 1-0 starting count. So, yeah, I mean, you gotta love it. There's a lot of legendary players who have come through NCS, and Horner is no exception. 1-0. And the umpire will call time for Fazio.
A little slow rolling game here, Hugo. 2 outs in the bottom of the second, and Henley's pitcher kind of losing command, but still finds a way to get out of here. Zeros on the board.
Yeah, Navarro trying to survive here. 1-0 on the way. Swing and a miss. Nasty there with that one. And Fazio digging in the dirt there. Count now moves 1-1 with 2 down. The 1-1 on the way. Navarro takes a deep breath, kicks and fires, and that one skips in the dirt. 2-1. Tried to go back to the same spot and couldn't get any dice on it. I will say, these are the last 2 baseball games played here before the field kind of, well, unless Healdsburg does get a home game on Tuesday for NCS, until this field gets turned into a fairground, and then the field quality goes down quite a bit. The 2-1 is in the dirt, 3-1. Nope, they call that a strike.
Fair controversial for Hugo. That was a nasty changeup if it was a strike, but very close call.
Yeah, that one was started in the zone, I guess, and then just ended in the dirt. But all right, 2-2 with 2 down. Got to get the game going. Got another game following this one, so see what Navarro can do. The 2-2 on the way. The pitch from Navarro. Check swing. Yes, he did. Nicky Navarro downs the Vikings in order. And we'll be right back. Paulo Maravillo will take over as your play-by-play announcer.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Paulo Maravillo taking over play-by-play. And now we're going to have Brady Skirnessy. He's batting .385 on the season with 11 RBIs. He's batting 8th and playing the DH position today. See what happens. Russell collects himself. He winds up. His pitch is going to be a fastball in there on the outside corner for strike number 1. If you're checking back in with us, it's the top of the 3rd inning. It's a 0-0 ball game with a 0-1 count for Russell. Russell. His pitch is going to be a swing and foul back tip. 0-2 now. Strinst. He's a very, very powerful lefty. Close to that batter's eye. Number 2. Very quick swing from what we saw in that last at-bat. Russell collects himself. He kicks, he fires. And a fastball is going to strike out Strinksy swinging. A really nice pitch there on the outside corner.
Yeah, great mix of pitches there from Russell, and gets him his 2nd strikeout of the game. He's really going to need to cruise if he wants to win this game.
Now, Mikey Navarro, the right fielder, batting .289 on the season with 8 RBIs. Russell's pitch is going to be a changeup in the dirt, 1-0. Yeah, Russell's been dominant this game, as well as Navarro. Both of these guys have been able to really construct the strike zone in different ways with their fastballs, changeups, and sliders. Russell's pitch is going to be fouled all the way into the Steindorf Barns, excuse me. Yeah, Mikey Navarro, really good defense on the season, as Russell's pitch is going to be a swinging strike. 1-2 the count goes. 1 out here, nobody on. 1-2 count. Russell receives the pitch, takes a breath. He kicks and fires. A fastball that's going to miss just high. 2-2. Navarro collects himself. His pitch is going to be hit high and foul onto the right course line, and it is going to drop near the Annalee Tigers bullpen. Another fouled off pitch. 2-2. Should be a count.
Yeah, this field has a bit of a weird confine down right field line and also a little bit to left field. They normally in summer ball cut the fields off where the fence would keep on going. You see that white line down right field and left field coming from the fences, but kind of weird foul territory when high school comes out here.
Navarro's pitch. It's going to be a changeup in the dirt. Full count. Russell's been really dominant today, Hugo.
Yeah, he has. I mean, incredible game from him. He's seen these Tigers before, and that's working to his benefit. Normally, pitchers see guys the second time. It's to their disgust, but it's been good for him.
Russell's pitch is going to be a ball four, where Mikey Navarro will head to first base as the Cal State Monterey Bay commit center fielder Hunter Thomas will come up to the plate. He walked in his first at-bat in the top of the first inning here against Chase Russell. Let's see what he does in a second. Navarro leads off from first. Russell checks on him. His pitch is going to be a nasty-looking splitter for ball number one. It looks like he was trying to enforce that outside part of the zone. Wasn't able to locate. One out here, runner on first. 1-0 count. Russell collects, kicks, and fires. And that's going to be a fastball right down Main Street for strike number one in the at-bat. The count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Navarro's got speed even though he's the 9-hitter. He's a young junior. He's had a great season. Russell going up against arguably the best hitter on this Annalee Tigers team. See what his approach is as he throws a fastball on the inside part of the plate, and it will go for a ball. Struggling with command here in the top of the third. 0-0 ball game. Hunter Thomas, he's batting .455 continuously on the season. Really, really great season from him as Russell will check back on the runner at first where Navarro will get in safely.
Yeah, Paulo Navarro is speedy over there. He's creeping away.
Checks back on Navarro again, and he will slide in safely, getting a lot of dirt on that jersey there, Hugo, as Russell will recollect himself, maybe take a deep breath. 2-1 count. His pitch is going to be a fastball inside and misses for the third ball in this count. 3-1 the count will go. 0-0 game, top of the third, 1 out, 3-1 count. Russell's been very productive so far for the Vikings. See if he can continue that streak. He kicks. His pitch will be hit as a single into left field. Ovaida will grab it, throw it to the shortstop, and that's going to be runners on second and first here in the top of the third inning for the Annalee Tigers. And Chase Russell will walk into some early trouble.
Yeah, no hitter here in the in this game this year, so and ends with Cooper Scholes last year, but we'll see what they do. Dye could see a double seal here. Navarro's quick, so is Thomas, so you know, good power speed combo over there at first, and we'll see.
Donnie Rincourt will step up to the plate. He's batting .343 of the season. Russell's pitch is going to be a fastball down and inside the strike zone for strike number one. If you're just checking in with us, it's a 0-0 ball game. There is 1 out in the top of the third inning. Chase Russell is looking for his third inning of work. It's 0-1 count here for Russell. He's going to check the runner on second, and his pitch will be hit in a fly ball deep into left field. Ulvareus will make the catch in left field, make that 2 outs.
Good job there by Betty out in left field to track that one down. Wind is blowing hard out from left field in, so it's going to be, it's not playing to these hitters' help.
Kyle Russell will step up to the plate. He's playing left field on the day. In his last bat, he hit a line drive that ended up resulting in a double play to end the first inning. He has great stats on the season. He's batting .474 with 30 RBIs. See what he can do with the runner in scoring position. Russell checking back with the runner in second. His pitch is going to be lined into left field. Ulvareus is going to field it. Let's see if the throw's on time. And it won't be. It will be cut off by Pedroza. And the Tigers take a 1-0 lead here on the top of the third. And Chase Russell runs into back-to-back singles from Rincor and Russell that will lead in a 1-0 score.
Yeah, that one there, Oliveras fires it back in, but just couldn't get enough sauce on it to get it to the plate. Good cut off there by Pedroza, not allow it to get any problems.
Now Wyatt O'Brien will step up to play. He's playing third base. Big power hitter coming up against Chase Russell. Russell running into some messy trouble here in the top of the third inning. See what he can do. And Russell will have a high fly ball back over to Ulvareus. And it's in foul territory, and he will make the catch to end the inning. Chase Russell will get out of trouble. It's going to be 1-0 Annalee Tigers lead over the Montgomery Vikings. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the NBL Redwood Championship. I'm Paulo Maraviglia, aside Hugo Traverso. We're going to the bottom of the third inning, and the Annalee Tigers have just taken the lead over the Montgomery Vikings. 1-0, the Tigers lead over the Vikings, as Nicky Navarro will come back and try to get his third inning of work up against Justin Howard, star center fielder. He had a single in his first at-bat in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, Howard again choosing to go lefty against Navarro. Switch hitter, a guy that's very talented for this Montgomery squad, so we'll see.
Navarro ran into some early trouble in the first, was able to get out of it and have an efficient second inning. His pitch will be delivered high and inside with a slider that I believe he lost control of for ball number 1. Howard, very speedy center fielder, has purple wrist tape, as he will roll one over to the right field line and foul. And the count will move to 1-1.
Yeah, I think Howard just needs to stay in the account here and be able to see some pitches. I mean, he was really quick against Navarro. His first or second pitch just lined it over Rinker's head over at short. So we'll see if he can get a similar result here this at bat.
Howard steps in, takes a breath. Navarro shakes off his catcher, finally decides on a pitch. He comes set. He kicks and fires. It's going to be a slider way high for 2-1 count now. Navarro has really struggled with command. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 1 hit given up so far. So a lot of struggle finding that strike zone. Navarro comes set. His pitch is going to be a fastball on the outside part of the plate, and it will be called ball 3. Very controversial call there, Hugo.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the umpire has been kind of widening it out and lengthening the strike zone. We'll see how Howard looks to adjust here on the buffet count.
Navarro, 3-1 count, no outs against Howard. Howard had a single in his last at bat. Let's see what Navarro chooses to do here. His pitch is going to be a fastball, called a strike at the top part of the strike zone. Full count.
And then over the top release point from Navarro makes it very tough to track for some of these hitters.
Navarro deciding what the pitch will be in a full count, trying to avoid getting an early, speedy base runner on. He comes set. Kicks and fires, and it's going to be a changeup, blown outside for ball 4, and Howard will get a walk in the top of the 3rd inning to lead it off. And now coming up will be Benny Olivares playing left field. He was hit by a pitch at the left shoulder blade in his last at bat in the top of the bottom of the 1st inning, as the pitching coach for the Annalee Tigers will come out to give him some inspiring words. Hugo, if you were the pitching coach for the Tigers, what would you be telling him right now?
Stay calm, stay in the game. I think, yeah, it is. Annalee's going to send some players to the bullpen, get ready. They're going to send Benji Perotti, who's been their quality reliever in 15 appearances this year. He's been very solid. So they're sending him over to the bullpen, just kind of telling, you got to tell Navarro to stay in this game, try and close out the inning. And maybe they'll let him go 4, but right now it looks like it's going to be Perotti to start the 4th. Tigers really want this one.
Yeah, got to defend their 1-run lead over these Vikings. Olivares steps back in. Navarro checks on the runner on first. Comes set and pitches, and the pitch will be right down the middle for strike number 1 against Olivares. Olivares has done really well this season, playing the left field, has a great arm, and makes a great contact with the ball. 280 to left field, see if he could maybe send it over the fence. And Navarro shakes off 3 times to his catcher. We're looking for a specific pitch. He's going to come set. His pitch is going to be a fastball. Olivares is going to hit it softly to the shortstop, trying to turn 2, not in time, and Olivares will receive a single. Little bit of slow defense there from Donnie Rincor. Not able to turn 2 in time to get an out. Howard will advance to second, and Olivares will move to first as the 3-hitter, Adam Kramer, will come up to the plate. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat in the bottom of the 1st inning. See what he can do here against Navarro as he struggles in getting some early trouble in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Navarro brings the glove to his belt, kicks and fires. And Kramer will lay down the bunt, and it will just be, he's looking for a call, and it's going to be an out. The runners will advance, so runners will be on 3rd and 2nd as Kramer lays down a beautiful bunt to get out. It does a job in advancing the runners as the cleanup hitter, Joel Silva, the right fielder, will come up to the plate. He grounded out to the second baseman in the bottom of the 1st inning, looking to put the Vikings back into a chance to tie up this game or take the lead, as the catcher Connor Ispin will step up and talk to Navarro. Just make sure they're playing catch up there, Hugo, excuse me.
Yeah, one down, and with the runners loading scoring position, you definitely want to go out there and talk to your righty because you have a free base here. And Silva isn't an easy out, but the next guy out, Pedroza, he's got some power. He's definitely a tough guy to face. So ideally, you want to go for the strikeout here.
Runners on third and second. Navarro collects himself. His pitch is going to be a fastball on the outside and misses for ball number 1. 1 out is in the inning, and the Annalee Tigers do lead 1-0. Navarro trying to defend that 1-0 lead. See what Silva can do against Navarro. Navarro receives the pitch. Comes set. His pitch is going to be a changeup, low and inside for ball number 2, 2-0 to Silva. See what Navarro's approach is here, Hugo.
Yeah, it's a hitter's count here. If you're Navarro, I think you got to just bear down and give him a pitch to hit. Hope that he flies it out in the left field because Howard's quick, but it is a short porch out there. See if you can get something.
And the umpire will call time, requiring Navarro to step off. Two-0 count, 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. Runners on third and second. The Annalee Tigers lead 1-0 against the Montgomery Vikings. Let's see what happens here. Nicky Navarro comes set and fires a fastball low and away for ball 3. 3-0, early command struggles for Navarro. That's been shown throughout the entire game. The young junior hasn't had much experience. Maybe he can potentially get out of this inning. Runners on third and second. 1 out. See if what Navarro can give to Silva.
Gotta be a fastball here.
And the pitch will be a fastball right down Main Street for strike number 1. 3-1 now with 1 out. A strike in the right direction there, Hugo.
Yeah, we'll see how Silva chooses to make it here.
Navarro. His pitch is going to be a fastball low and away, and that's going to be a walk, bringing up the great Salvador Pedroa, third baseman. He walked in the bottom of the first inning, and the manager for the Tigers will make a call to the bullpen, taking out Navarro, and that will be it for the young junior. No runs, 2 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, as number 0 will come in, and we'll come back after a short break. Stay tuned. 1-0, the Annalee Tigers lead over the Montgomery Vikings. Back to the bowl game. Welcome back to the bowl game. I'm Paul Moravilla here. As we are in the bottom of the third inning, the Annalee Tigers lead 1-0 over the Montgomery Vikings. There's one out, and the bases are loaded, and there is a new pitcher. It's going to be Benji Pedrorty. He has a 1.84 ERA on the season, 38 innings pitched so far, and he will have to face off against the strong third baseman, Salvador Pedroza. Bases are loaded. Let's see what Pedrorty can do as Savora will hit a pitch to the third baseman, and the run will score. That's going to be ruled as an error at the third baseman. That was hit at a hard chopper to the third baseman, and he just botched it.
As the game does get tied up 1-1, very hard hit ball down the third baseline. Wyatt O'Brien could not make the play on it. I don't know whether that be ruled error or single, but nevertheless a nerd run for Nicky Navarro.
Pedrorty's pitch will be right down Main Street for strike number 1. Pedrorty has been very efficient with that 1.84 ERA on the season with 38 appearances, and he will be facing Jonathan Ponce, DH. See what he can do. Ponce is going to hit a high fly ball, going over to the second baseman, Jacobs, and instead, Frankie will make the catch at first to make it 2 outs. The bases will remain being loaded as Chase Russell will come up to the plate. Russell, the pitcher, he gave up that run in the top of the third inning. Let's see if he can give the Vikings the lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Pedrorty's pitch, and Russell's going to hit a high fly ball to Oliveris, and instead, the shortstop will pull him off to make the catch, and we will remain tied. The Montgomery Vikings leave the bases loaded, and the game will remain tied. It is 1-1. The Tigers and Vikings are tied. We are coming back at the top of the 4th inning. Stay tuned. Okay. And welcome back here. We are going to be approaching the top of the 4th inning, and we are tied. The Annalee Tigers and the Montgomery Vikings are tied at 1 apiece here as Chase Russell will come in to get his 4th inning of work. He's been very efficient in this game with a great fastball and slider. See what we can do here. Russell's first pitch is going to be a fastball, low and inside for ball number 1.
Yeah, Ibsen had a hard line drive out into center field, but couldn't get it over the head of Howard. It's going to be very tough. The wind is definitely playing a bit of a factor here.
And Ibsen is going to hit a high fly ball holds Olveris, and he will make the catch at the left field line to make it 1 out.
First base, number 11, Gabe Frenchie.
As Gabe Frenchie, star first baseman, will come up to the plate. He struck out looking in his first at-bat in the top of the second inning. See what he can do against Chase Russell. Russell receives the pitch, glove to belt, kicks and fires as a slider will go in there on the outside part of the strike zone for strike number 1. Frenchie, really efficient contact guy. See what he can do here against Russell. Russell's pitch is going to be a fastball up and in for ball number 1. Just missed it, pushed it a little bit. Russell kicks and fires, and Frenchie will hit a high pop-up behind home plate, and it will go out of play.
Yeah, Frenchie struck out looking his first time out, so we'll see what he can do. Russell kind of froze him with a breaking ball at the knees, so now kind of seeing what he can do.
1-2 count now for Russell. 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Tie game. Frenchie steps back in. Russell collects himself. He kicks and fires a fastball that is going to be hit on the ground to Pedroza, and he will throw a high pitch for out number 1.
Yeah, that was a tough one there. Great play made by Adam Kramer over at first, and to climb the ladder on a very, as you mentioned, Paulo Pedroza fired in a high throw, and the catch was made. He was able to put his foot on the bag before Frenchie, and Frenchie is retired.
And Caleb Jacobs will step into the batter's box. Russell collects himself and throws. It's going to be a slider outside. Second time Russell has went to that slider for a first pitch, misses it, and pushes it, that one. Jacobs back 200 on the season with 15 RBIs and 9 doubles, as Russell's pitch will be a high fastball missing for ball number 2. 2-0 count, 2 outs, nobody on. Tie ball game at 1. Russell, very, efficient. 2 strikeouts and a couple of walks. Russell's pitch is going to be caught by the right fielder, Joel Silva, on a line in right field. A great athletic play for the junior, and we are going to remain tied at 1. We're going to send it to the bottom of the 4th inning. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Paulo Moravilla as we're heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Montgomery Vikings and the Italy Tigers are tied at 1 as Pedrotti's pitch will be fouled off by Vince Prosser, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. catcher. Pajordi very efficient. His pitch is going to be a slider on the outside part of the plate for strike number 2. Quick 0-2 count now for Pajordi. Benji Pajordi, junior, 39 innings pitched with a 1.84 ERA. Pajordi's pitch is going to be lined towards the second baseman Jacobs, and he will retire. Crosser for out number 4.
Yeah, same exact spot, Paulo, as Prosser had back in the second. Hit the same exact ground ball, same exact spot for Jacobs, and Jacobs made the same exact throw onto first. So almost identical first 2 at-bats between Prosser.
As Rocco Fazio, the second baseman, will step up to the plate. He struck out swinging in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Pajordi's pitch is going to be fouled off the catcher. He wore that one for strike number 1. Nicky Navarro was the starting pitcher in this game for the Annalee Tigers, where he went 1 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. And then Pajordi has been this great guy coming out of the bullpen, and his pitch is going to be outside for a changeup. 1-1 the count will go with 1 out, nobody on. But just overall, it's been a really, really close-knit game between the Tigers and the Vikings, and Pajordi might go more than 3-4 innings. And his pitch is going to be a slider outside again, 2-1. Pajordi been really efficient. Strong lefty with a very good arm slot. Disappears on you. And Fazio will call time. Fazio steps back in. Pajordi collects himself. Kicks and fires. And that will be a high fly ball over to left field, and it will go foul. Just foul, almost hitting a couple fans near that home bullpen.
Yeah, out there playing some hacky sack. Donnie Rinker gave a great chase off of that one, and unfortunately it is to no avail, but he did a great job. Tracked that ball all the way down there into that bullpen, almost made the catch.
Benji Pajordi steps on the rubber. Fazio steps in, asks to call time. Instead, Pajordi's pitch is going to be a fastball high and outside. Count will go to 2-2.
Yeah, Benji Parodi is offering a very new look for Annalee. Left-handed pitcher, very solid.
3-2, excuse me, and his pitch is going to be fouled off. The count will remain full.
He's throwing a lot harder than Nicky Navarro. I mean, I really hope for Annalee he can find length, because he kind of could be a get-me-over type of guy, but we'll see.
Pajordi's full count pitch is going to be a fastball swung and on and missed by Fazio. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, the 7, 8, 9 all go down in the same at-bats they had the first time they came up. Russell both times pops out to third baseman Wyatt O'Brien. Catcher Vince Prosser grounds out to second, and then Rocco Fazio strikes out.
And we will head back to the top of the inning, where switch hitter Justin Howard, star center fielder, will come up to the plate. He had a single in the bottom of the 1st and a walk that started that rally to getting that lead run in the bottom of the 3rd. Pazio's pitch is going to be up and out with a slider for ball number 1.
Yeah, Howard is 1 for 1 with a walk, batting lefty. Now he turns to bat righty against the lefty Parodi.
Parodi's pitch is going to be hit and lined into center field, where the center fielder Thomas will make the catch to end the inning. It's a 1-1 ball game when we come back in the top of the 5th inning. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back. We are in the top of the 5th inning. We're tied 1-1. Montgomery Vikings and the Italy Tigers are tied up at 1 as Brady Strinsky will step up to the plate. Contact lefty wearing number 2. He struck out in the bottom of the 3rd inning against Chase Russell. Russell been very efficient. See what Russell can do against Strinsky. Russell's pitch is going to be a fastball called for a strike on the low and outside part of the strike zone for strike number 1. Strinsky steps back into the batter's box. Russell kicks and fires. Fastball swung on and missed for strike number 2. Early dominance here for Chase Russell. Let's see what Russell can do. Russell on an 0-2 count. What will be his strikeout pitch? Kicks and fires. Called a ball. Looked like a strike to me, Hugo. But very close call. 1-2.
Yeah, very tough one there. That was a nice breaking ball that just kind of dropped right into the zone. The umpire says no dice, though.
His pitch is going to be low and inside for ball number 2. 2-2 count. There is no outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Let's see what Russell can do against Strinsky. Russell collects himself, kicks and fires, and he will hit a line drive grounder to the first baseman, Kramer, where he will step on the bag for out number 1. And now coming up to the plate will be brother to Nicky Navarro, or to Mikey Navarro, will be Mikey Navarro playing right field. He's going in the bottom of the 3rd inning. He walked, so hasn't had a registered at bat yet. Russell kicks and fires. First pitch is going to be a strike in there on the inside part of the strike zone for strike number 1. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 ball game here. See what Navarro can do against Russell. Russell, his pitch shows bunt by Navarro, and he will call a strike and didn't pull back in time. Quick 0-2 again for Russell. And Italy coach and home plate umpire exchanging some words after that strike call.
Yeah, he believed that Navarro had pulled it back in time, but it was a called strike. Umpire clarified.
Russell's pitch will be high and inside for ball number 1. 1-2 count with 1 out here, Hugo.
Yeah, we'll see what the approach is from Navarro. He was able to work a walk last time up, so Russell's going to give him something to hit here, likely.
Navarro's pitch. Fastball high and inside and not in the strike zone. 2-2, the count will go.
I am mistaken. Normally Russell does go to a chase pitch that is, it seems, hittable to the hitter. So I think he tried to locate that fastball a little bit more outside, but couldn't get it there.
1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count. Russell's pitch is going to be swung on and fouled. Kind of slow chopper right in the middle of the ballpark and kind of went back foul. Now let's see what Navarro can do in a 2-2 count. Russell collects himself. His pitch is going to be a slider that's going to be high towards the second baseman and drifting towards the first baseman, Adam Kramer, who will make another fly ball catch to make it the 2nd out of the top of the 5th inning. And now star center fielder Hunter Thomas will come up for his 3rd at-bat. He walked in the top of the 1st inning and had a single that started a rally to get that first run in the top of the 3rd inning here in the top of the 5th inning. Let's see what the Cal State Monterey Bay commit can do against Russell. Russell's pitch is going to be a slider there on the outside corner for ball number 1. Thomas, one of these athletic guys that can really do everything, play great defense, steal bases, and hit the ball well, batting .456 on the season. Russell's pitch is going to be hit high and deep towards left field, and Olvieras will make a diving catch to end the top of the 5th inning. We will remain tied. What a play by Olvieras.
I don't believe it. I honestly looked like the ball touched down out there on the warning track, but Oliveras makes the catch, and what a play by Benny. Oh my goodness.
Benny the Jet makes the play to end of the top of the 5th inning, and we will go to the bottom of the 5th inning here. Stay tuned, 1-1 ball game. Welcome back to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Montgomery Vikings and the Annalee Tigers are tied at 1 apiece here in the NBL Redwood Championship game, as Benji Perotti will step back in to get his 4th inning of work here, Hugo, as Gus Morris, Press Democrat reporter, walks past home plate. Pedrotti's pitch is going to be a fastball low and will be ball number 1.
And Perotti has been very solid, but he's facing another very solid hitter.
Perotti's pitch is going to be kind of bunted towards right back at Perotti, and he will fling it over to Frenchie for out number 1. Frenchie will throw the ball right back at him and miss it, and
a tough play there for Benny Oliveras. He checks his swing, makes contact, and as you said, Paulo, kind of a swinging bunt back to the mound, and it was easy for Perotti to just walk it over and get it over for out number 1.
Now Adam Kramer will step up to the plate. Strong first baseman, lefty, struck out swinging in the 1st inning, and Perotti's pitch is going to be lined and in there in left field for a base hit for Kramer. Russell will pick it up and fling it over to Rincourt, and that's going to be the first hit that Perotti's given up in this ball game.
Yeah, he's been working efficiently, and that one was a kind of harder ground ball. It's just squirted through into left field.
Perotti's pitch is going to be fouled all the way almost near the Boys and Girls Club. A lot of velocity on that one, as number 4, Joel Silva, star right fielder, he made a great play in the top of the 4th inning, I believe it was, where he made a diving little catch there for the line out. And let's see what he can do here. Perotti's pitch is going to be high and outside for ball number 1. 1-1 count now. Adam Kramer standing at first. Silva steps in. Perotti receives the pitch. Glove to belt. Kicks and fires. It's going to be a slider up and outside for ball number 2. 2-1 count now. Perotti trying to fight back here, keep it at a tie game. His pitch is going to be a fastball high and outside. 3-1 now to Silva. Silva, guy, great contact, potential power. Another one of those great athletic outfielders, just like Hunter Thomas. See what he can do here. Perotti's pitch. It's going to be outside, and that's going to be a 5-pitch walk for Silva as Salvador Pedroza will step into the plate.
Yeah, so now Perotti running into some problems and could turn into pandemonium here. Vikings definitely want to, or well, they need to get a runner home here.
And there will be a pitch runner coming in for number 22. That number 22 guy not on our roster.
No, it's actually Nico Felice coming in, number 2. He'll pinch run over in second.
For Adam Kramer.
Yeah, likely that Kramer will still re-enter.
Because that's something you can do in high school.
Yep, you can re-enter after being pinch run for, college softball as well.
Pedroza, a guy that's been scary at the plate. Everyone's wondering, when will he produce? He had a walk in the bottom of the first inning, and there was a bit of an error that ended up in resulting in a run to tie up this game. Let's see what he can do here. The pitch, he will line it into left center field, and it will get down. The runner from third's heading home. The throw from Russell will be in time to get the runner out at home. What a throw by Russell, Hugo.
Yeah, unreal throw there from Kyle Russell. I think Montgomery's going to have a bit of an argument with that one. It looked like the runner kind of slid a bit right of the tag, but great job. Credit to Connor Ibsen. He's able to get the tag on. Oh, my goodness. So a single, and then saw a few of those last night doing the Stanford and Cal game. Runner's going to move up on the throw, too. That was an absolute hose. That is huge for Ibsen and huge for the Tigers.
Now there's going to be 2 outs. Runners on third and second. Jonathan Ponce will step up to the plate. Pedroti's pitch is going to be a fastball low and away for ball number 1.
Yeah, Perotti, it's second time through the order for him, so he's got to, be ready and attack these hitters.
Perotti, a little bit of a struggle here on the bottom of the 5th inning. Kicks and fires. A fastball in there on the outside corner for strike number 1. 1-1 now goes the count. Silva stands at third. Pedroza at second. Perotti kicks and fires. A fastball just missing. 2-1 the count goes now. Perotti gets ready. 2-1 count, 2 outs, runners on third and second. His pitch is going to be a changeup low and away. The count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. So there is an open base at first base, but there is 2 outs. So you're playing with an open base, but on deck is going to be number 8, Chase Russell, the pitcher. Pedrotti's pitch is going to be ball 4. The bases are loaded for Perotti. And it looks like the head manager of these Annalee Tigers is going to head out there. The pitching coach. Maybe give Perotti a couple of wise words to say in the game. Hugo, what are you telling him right now?
Just stay confident. It's 2 down. You've got a guy that has popped out to third base both times. He's hungry, though, a hungry hitter in Chase Russell, a guy who's trying to give himself some insurance as he goes into the 6th inning and then eventually the 7th. This is do-or-die time for Montgomery, and it's do-or-die time for Annalee. If they want to win league, it is all going to hinge on this at-bat.
And pitching mound visit is over, and Perotti will step in. It's a 1-1 ball game. Runner on the bases are loaded. You're going to have Silver at third, Pedroza at second, and Ponce at first. And the pitcher will step in, and he's going to hit a high chopper just foul towards the left field side. You're going to have Chase Russell, the pitcher on the other side of the diamond, come in and try to put his Montgomery Vikings up in the bottom of the 5th inning. Perotti's gotten in some messy trouble here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. He kicks and fires, and he will foul that one off. A quick 0-2 against pitcher, mano y mano.
Yeah, 0-2 count. I think Perotti, it's going to be lefty on righty, so I think Perotti is going to look to go fastball up and in here against Russell. You don't want to hit him, but you definitely do not want to give him anything easy to hit.
Pitcher versus pitcher. Russell steps in, and Russell will call time there. 2 outs, bases are loaded for the Montgomery Vikings. Pitcher versus pitcher. Perotti kicks and fires. It's going to be a fastball that is going to be fouled up and off towards home plate, and count will remain 0-2.
Yeah, you've got some throwaway pitches here if you're Perotti, so you might want to use them. Don't know what Annalee is going to look to do in the future, but I think they want Perotti at least to go a little while.
Pitcher versus pitcher, Russell versus Perotti. Perotti reads the sign, collects himself. Perotti kicks and fires, and it's going to be hit on a low chopper to third where no play will be made. The third baseman, Wyatt O'Brien, tries to run to third, doesn't make it in time, and tries to make the throw to first, and realizes he doesn't have enough time. Therefore, Silva will come in to score, and the Montgomery Vikings will take the lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Unreal
there, Paula. That is a leader on the team, and you do not want to have that. You genuinely, that is one of the that's definitely a brain fart there. You could assess even an error on that one, as O'Brien just kind of fumbled it there. He had the race to third, but I think a lot of people were yelling at him to go to one, and he did not. He decided to just go to third, had no play. And we'll see how that affects the Tigers from here on out.
And Pedrotti's pitch is going to be a slider low and away for ball number 1. Now Vince Prosper will step up to the plate. The catcher, he grounded out to the first baseman twice in a row. Let's see if he can make a little change to that.
They are going to officially call that a single and RBI for
And
Russell.
that's going to be hit slowly towards the third baseman, and his throw will now be in time to retire the Vikings. But the Montgomery Vikings will take the lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll head to the top of the 6th. It was fun doing play-by-play commentary with you all. I'm going to be passing it on to Hugo Traverso at the top of the 6th. Stay tuned. 2-1, the Vikings lead over the Tigers.
And we're back here. Chase Russell returns to the mound, and he delivered for the Vikings in the past, and he's still looking to do it here. 2-1 Vikings lead after Russell drives in a run in the bottom of the 5th, and Wyatt O'Brien will hopefully look to kind of flip the madness that has been this game for him. Was offensive player of the game last year, and in this game today, he's been responsible for both runs coming in. Perotti still technically tagged with the earned run there, but it was the indecision that ended up bringing home that run. So it is going to be Russell facing off against the 9, the 1, and the 2. Or excuse me, the 2, the 3, and the 4 for Annalee. It'll be Rinker, Russell, and O'Brien. Russell comes set, he fires, and it's way inside to Rinker. Lands about 2 inches from his body and about belly button height. 1-0 now with nobody on, nobody out to the leadoff man, Rinker. Rinker waits, the first offering. He clubs this one high and deep. It'll stay in the ballpark. Over on it is Oliveras, and he'll be called off by Howard, who tracks it down in left center for out number 1. So now it'll be Kyle Russell. Russell made that clutch throw home to stop the runner from coming home for the Vikings, but unfortunately, Russell, for Russell, his namesake was actually able to bring in the run, and this is upstairs to Kyle, so it's Chase Russell against Kyle Russell. 1-0 now to Kyle. He waits. Russell on Russell, and Chase steps off. He'll collect himself, re-toe the rubber. Take a deep breath and get set. Tan glove at the belt now for Russell. Chase, wheels and deals. Big swing and a miss. 1-1.
Yeah, let's see which Russell takes the crown here, Hugo.
So 1-1 now to Kyle. 1 down here for the Tigers. The pitch. Big swing and miss on a pitch in the dirt.
Yeah, great execution here. He's done a really, really great job. Let's see if he can go full 6. With only 1 run given up, the Tigers need to make a reason to tie this game.
He did that last year. He went the full 6 with only 1 given up. The 1-2 with 1 down, the pitch, and Russell gets down there, sends it down the left field line, and it kicks into left field. It is stopped by that rough out in left field, a deep grass that slows it down. Oliveira is able to chase it down and hold it to just a single for Russell. And now Wyatt O'Brien will come to the plate, and he has a chance to right his night. O'Brien, strong right-handed hitter. Montgomery staying straight up, but Howard shaded a bit left of second base. O'Brien will wait. Now Montgomery going to send their outfielders back. Wind blowing in for the power hitter. If he can get around one, Russell's definitely remembering his moonshot last year in the evening that gave Annalee the 1-0 win. The pitch. Inside, kicks away, and now moving over to second is Russell.
And all of a sudden, Hugo, you have a runner in scoring position, and it seems like tying this game is in the essence, Hugo. It's a possibility.
Yeah, and that's actually not Russell out there on the base pass. It is actually Diego Luna who is coming to pinch run. He is the tying runner. Russell retoes the slab and now steps off to look Luna back. He'll get some signs from his infield. Man at second base, Rocco Fazio. Let's see what he can do. Russell comes set, the pitch, and O'Brien lines this one on the ground down the left field line, but foul.
Yeah, O'Brien's got quick hands, Hugo.
Yeah, he's a good hitter. Gus Morris out there to field the ball.
Yeah, definitely if he gets an inside pitch, he's going to be able to wrap his hands around it and potentially hit it over that 280-foot fence.
Yeah, 1-1 now with 1 down. Runner on second for Annalee. The pitch. Swing and O'Brien into left field. It kicks into the corner. They're going to send Luno around third. He will score, and Wyatt O'Brien makes up for his mistakes. Tied game.
And what a piece of hitting. He was really able to get his hands around that one and push it right over the third baseman, Pedroza. And now we're all tied, Hugo. It is do or die time, and this is where legends are made in the NBL Redwood Championship.
Yeah, now Montgomery's manager going out there to talk with Russell. Vikings have kind of been a two-man crew when it comes to pitching, so they definitely want to stay confident with Russell. So they will convene on the mound and then depart. Gavin Restad saying a few words to the Montgomery team. He's getting ready to go up against Ukiah, and he is likely going to be on the bump, pumping low nines, so he's going to be a very highly touted prospect. This pitch is in the dirt. O'Brien goes, throw into second is more than in time. O'Brien is cut down. I don't know why he stole.
Yeah, sadly, I think that O'Brien wasn't really...
Not a great jump.
Yeah, not a great jump there, Hugo. And we hear a fan saying he's safe. It was a close call, but it seemed like he was out there.
Yeah, I think maybe it might have been that the ball squirt under the legs of, is now the Montgomery head coach coming out again. He's not going to go and talk to Russell. They're trying to fix second base. O'Brien got up to second. But we'll see. Yeah, they're just going to try and fix second base. Coach Mark Dominichelli from Healdsburg is the groundskeeper today, but he is not here.
Probably getting some food. It's 6:15, right around dinner time, here on a nice sunny day at Recreation Park.
Yeah, he's left the responsibility to the Montgomery head coach, and he does a good job. So second base has been put back in place. So now 2 down with nobody on for Connor Ibsen. Ibsen 0 for 2 today. He is currently in a 1-0 count. O'Brien, yeah, just got a tough jump and was unable to stay there and make a play. So 1-0 now with 2 down to Ibsen.
Let's see if Russell can really go that full 6.
Yeah, this would be huge for Russell. He's done a great job so far. They definitely need some length out of him. The pitch on the way. In the dirt. 2-1 now. So 2-0 with 2 down. Pitch is inside, 3-0. So now 3-0 to Ibsen with Gabe Frenchie on deck. The pitch in there for a called strike across the belt. So 3-1 now with 2 down. Here in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch upstairs, and Ibsen walks. So now runners, now runner on first for Gabe Frenchie, and it would only be right for Frenchie, the great nephew of the legendary high school football coach at Montgomery. It would be only right for him to come in here and deliver for Annaley. Here's the pitch. That one's outside and in the dirt. One and 0. The pitch. He lines this one through into left field. Oliveris over, and that's going to be the day for Chase Russell. Runners now on first and second, and Russell will bid adieu. We'll see if they keep him in the game on defense. They're going to take the ball, and we'll see who comes in to pitch. Yeah, it's going to be Russell heading out to play second base, or actually shortstop, and Brandon Luzino who will come in to pitch. Russell overall 5 2/3 with 2 runs, both earned for the time being. He's still responsible for the runners on first and second. So we'll see if Brandon Luzino can come in here and work his job for Montgomery. Windsor and Ukiah not fully here yet, but Windsor at least, they are waiting with some anticipation, and they were given at least 30 minutes to warm up right now, about 6:20 local time, so we'll see how long they're given, but we'll see. I mean, right now, Luzino going to warm up, and we will take a break. Welcome back here. Luzino now will get into his first inning of work, and we'll see what he can do. Umpire going to make him take his wristband off. And his arm sleeve is going to need to come off for Montgomery.
And I think that arm sleeve is connected to his t-shirt, so I think he's going to have to take off. Oh.
Now, if it's a long sleeve shirt, you gotta. If it's a long sleeve shirt, which I think it is, he's just gonna have to roll it up. Yeah, he's gonna. Oh no, he just needs to put on an arm sleeve over it. I think maybe some sweat on it. They didn't want it to come in and affect. You know, maybe he grabs at it a couple times and has something hidden there, but I would highly doubt it. It is high school baseball. And, you know, you can finesse some stuff, but most pitchers aren't going to be super. Oh, no, it's his glove. It's his glove. His glove, I believe, is white. There has been trouble with that in the past in games that I've done where pitchers have had white gloves, and when you have white gloves, it makes it harder for hitters to see the ball come out of your glove. So, you know, that's a new rule. So yeah, so he's going to be given a gray glove. He'll head back out there, and well. So he'll head back out there and be good to go.
Coming to pitch, number 29, Brandon Luzino.
So now Brandon Luzino will come in. Luzino will face off against Gabe. Gabe Frenchie is actually was walked, so he'll face off against Caleb Jacobs, the first baseman. Jacobs donning the number 3 right-handed hitter.
Number 3.
Yeah, Jacobs grounded out to first and lined out towards Silva in the right field. See what he can do, Hugo.
Yeah, 2 down now, runners on first and second. The pitch to Jacobs, and that one is fouled off. Luzino fires in a fastball, very quick working. He's got a turquoise grayish glove out there. I don't know what the problem was there. He had a black glove. Yeah, maybe I guess making it harder for hitters to see the ball out of his hand. I don't know.
I'm unsure, Hugo.
Here's the pitch. That one's upstairs, and it's going to get past the Montgomery catcher, and both runners advance. So now you got runners on second and third with 2 down, and a 1-1 count to Jacobs, who will look to deliver here for the Tigers. Vikings will they come up in the bottom of the 6th, and we'll see if Annalee continues with Perotti. Both these teams use their aces on Friday, on Wednesday, so we'll see how they move forward. The 1-1, and Jacob swings and fouls this one off to the right. It'll head into the Steindorf Barns, and now the count will move to 1-2. So huge pitch for Lizinto. Vikings will get a chance to come back here and try and take the lead again. Lizinto waits, gets his sign, and he steps off.
Lizinto's got those nice dreads in the back, just giving himself a little bit of swag and style, and a 1-2 count.
And the 1-2, Lizinto kicks and fires, and Jacobs fouls it right back into the screen. So 1-2, the count remains. It is Ibsen on third and Frenchie on second. A ball in the outfield that drops will likely bring home a run. 1-2 on the way with 2 down. Lizinto steps off again, having some trouble. Again, no, and they're gonna take time and have a mound visit. Again, no disengagement rule or automatic ball rule.
Yeah, it's a lot of time here for number 3, Caleb Jacobs, to really reconsider what he wants to do. He's in a strikeout count, so got to work it. There is a base loaded, a base allowed, so he really has options with Brady Strinty coming up at bat next.
Yeah, Strinty was struck out and then grounded out to first, so maybe a chance for them if they do walk Jacobs, but it's a 1-2 count. The pitch on the way. Thought about it, but it was a fastball outside for a ball.
Yeah, that's a lot of velo on that pitch. If he can do that one more time, see what happens, but it's very hard to hit.
Yeah, Lizinto comes set, deuces wild, 2-2, and he steps off again. Him and his catcher are having trouble. By disengagement rule in the MLB, that would be 2 automatic balls, and Jacobs would already be at first, but no disengagement rule here. The 2-2, right down the middle, throws him with the breaking ball, and Lizinto is able to keep it even. 2-2. When we come back, Montgomery will go to the plate for the bottom of the 6th inning. Welcome back here. Rocco Fazio leads off. It is 2-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Monty scores in the bottom of the 5th, and Annalee goes, you know what? What you can do, I can do just as good. They get a run in the top of the 6th, and now heading to the bottom of the 6th. We'll see what Annalee looks to do. Perotti back out there. Perotti, the lefty, his first pitch to Fazio is a pitch in the dirt that Fazio offers a big swing and miss. 0-1. 0-1 now to Fazio.
Yeah, Perotti's been very efficient today. He's went all 5 innings.
Yeah, efficient, dialed in. Yeah, he's been stellar for them out there. Perotti comes set and he delivers, and this one is fouled off to the right and out of play. Yeah, there's just been a lot of issues and miscues between the Montgomery coaching staff, the Annalee coaching staff, stuff like that. They're just taking time to talk their players through it. As Perotti now the 0-2, he comes set, kicks and fires, and that's right down Plaza Street and shuts down Fazio. He has struck out 3 times tonight. Not a solid afternoon for him.
As number 18 switch hitter Justin Howard steps up to the plate, playing like Bryson Scott.
Yeah, very. I like that because the Monty uniforms very similar to the Phillies. Is a first pitch curveball is in there for a called strike at the top of the zone. Perotti really working quickly here as he's trying to get his Tigers back up for the top of the 7th. Annalee already put up 1, and now against Lazinto, we'll see what they can do. But Perotti, the 0-1, and Howard flares this one out into right field. Coming in and giving chase is Navarro, and it'll fall in front of him. And Justin Howard having himself a day. Now 2 for 3.
Number 7, Benny Oliveras.
And now Benny Oliveras will come to the plate.
A guy that pretty much a lot of those base hit singles got hit to in that top of the 6th inning. Maybe he can rewrite the script and get one for himself.
Yeah, 1 down here. And they're going to call a balk. They'll call a balk, and Howard moves over.
And now you have a runner in scoring position here, Hugo, and Benny has a chance to be one of the star guys that everyone dreams about. NBL Redwood Championship. They've worked 4 years to get to this point. Will Benny deliver?
Yeah, we'll see. Olivares has been good. And Lazinto would have to come in and close things down for Monty in the 7th. Annalee comes set. The pitch. Right at the letters for called strike 1. 0-1 now to Olivares. One of the biggest at-bats of this ball game. Wouldn't be shocked if they're not going to send Olivares to bunt, but wouldn't be shocked if Olivares walks if they send Kramer to bunt. 0-1 with 1 down here. The pitch to Olivares. Swing, and he fouls this one straight back. That'll find its way into the netting that guards the cars right behind home plate. And the Ukiah Wildcats have shown up. They are here on hand. They're starting to stretch out and get ready. So is Windsor. Coach England has entered the ballpark down there, talking with Coach Dominichelli. 0-2 with 1 down. The pitch. Olivares through into right field. Howard around third. The throw home is not in time. It squirts past the catcher. Olivares moves up to second, and the Vikings take the lead. At the 11th hour, Montgomery has the lead 3-2. Benny Olivares, the senior who's had to step up time after time for the Vikings, silences the Annalee faithful on a hard grounder into right field. And now 3-2, and that might be the day for Benji Perotti.
And who better than Benny Olivares, playing the role of Benny Rodriguez from the Sandlot, hitting the game-winning run. Let's see if that will happen, but just a great piece of hitting, being able to hit that signal the other way. I thought it was going to go left, but being able to take an outside fastball and pull it past the second baseman and get that game run in to take the lead over the Tigers is huge. And it looks like they're going to keep Perotti in. He's went 3 4 innings. Just 4 flat innings, and we'll see if he can make it 4 2/3.
Yeah, now it's going to be Kramer coming to the plate. Kramer, 1 for 2. 2 at-bats today. 3 plate appearances at a sac bunt. Kramer, lefty. Lefty on lefty here. Here's the first offering from Perotti, and Kramer hits this one in the infield to the left. Tough play for Rinker, not in time. And Kramer reaches on the infield single. Oliveira's up to third, and now you have runners on the corners against Perotti here. And Joel Silva coming to the plate.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there by Adam Kramer, kind of being like Ryan Noda, first baseman for the Baltimore Orioles, being able to see outside fastballs and hit them in the opposite direction for a signal. So really good job. And now you have Mr. Silva, Joel Silva, a guy who's really been a leading factor in this game. Let's see if he can show some signs of Adolis Garcia in giving a chance to win this game.
Well, his family is on hand. He shows bunt, and it is inside, squirts away from the catcher, Ibsen. 1-0 as he pulls it back. 1-0 now with 1 down, runners on the corner, so double play defense for Annalee. Montgomery playing conservatively here, trying to bring home a brace. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt again, pulls it back as a attempted curveball goes way up and out. 2-0. Count with runners on first and third. The pitch, outside, 3-0. So 3-0, and maybe giving Perotti, telling Perotti to just throw some balls and pitch around here, just try and get an out, as he's not even going to offer anything of substance. Fastball goes way outside, and Perotti confused and frustrated as he appears to have lost command. Silva has now walked on his last 3 at-bats.
And here comes big Salvador Perdoza as we are receiving a pizza. Here you go. The only thing that will sustain us for 14 innings of baseball and around 4 hours of baseball here at Rec Park.
1 down, bases loaded here for Perotti. The pitch here to Pedroza. Big swing and miss on a breaking ball. Goes in the dirt.
Let's see if Salvador Peroza can give some Salvador Perez RBI leadership here. The third baseman looking to increase their lead over the Tigers.
0-1, Bags juice, 1 down. The pitch inside, almost got him. 1-1 now. Annalee getting some guys moving up in the pen. They're hoping Perotti can kind of get out of the inning. It is a force play at every bag. Again, ladies and gentlemen, 7:30 we'll have the Ukiah and Windsor game. I believe that game might be delayed with how long this game has taken. The 1-1. And Pedroza sends it in the infield. Rincor can't field it. It jumps up and over his glove and into left field. 1 run in to score. 2 runs will score. And the Vikings have blown it open. 5-2. Oliveira and Kramer come home. And that is going to do it for Perotti. 5-2. The Vikings explode for 3 in the bottom of the 6th.
And Hugo, that might have just wrote it there. What a base hit from Peroza. Just a really, really good job. Really good base hit there. And Hugo has been able to play third base on this Rec Park field in Little League and other games. Just being able to read those hops is very crucial. And it seemed like Rincor just wasn't able to do it. I've messed up myself here multiple times. But it's just a really hard field to field ground balls at. It's really just bad hops on the ground and even on the dirt. And it seems like the soul of this Annalee Tiger team has been sucked out by these Vikings.
Yeah, they're going to call that an error by Rincor. So 2 runs score, and now it's going to be Jonathan Ponce who will come to the plate against the new pitcher when we come back. New pitcher is going to be Gabe Frenchie.
Jacobs.
Or excuse me, no, it's going to be Caleb Jacobs.
As we can see, the wind is kind of pushing towards the right side, as we can see by the dust being portrayed here on the infield, as we do have a new pitcher.
And Caleb Jacobs, yeah, and we'll take a break, come back with some stats about him. And welcome back here. Caleb Jacobs will try and prevent this thing from being more of a disaster than it is. 5-2 lead for the Vikings as Jonathan Ponce will come to the plate. Paulo, tell us a little bit more about the new right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, this is going to be his 7th appearance on the season. 3.28 ERA, 0-0. He has a total of 10 2/3 innings of work, 8 hits given up, 6 runs, 5 of those are earned, 12 strikeouts, and 6 walks. So very efficient, sub-4 ERA. So he's right in that middle round range, but he needs to get 2 outs in order for the Tigers to get a chance to hit again. So really needs to work on throwing those strikes. Seems like a fastball, changeup, slider type of guy. Maybe throws in a splitter, maybe a sinker. As the head coach of the Italy Tigers is talking it through with both umpires about something that we are not clear on.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to talk things over. You know, with Jacobs, as Perotti goes 3 innings, and we'll see now Perotti in line for the loss.
Yeah,
the win would then go to Lizinto in relief.
Yeah, Perotti, 3 2/3 innings of work, a couple strikeouts. He was really efficient, but kind of got hit around there by that core 3 at the top of Monty's lineup. So very, very productive job. Let's see what number 23, Jonathan Ponce, could do. The DH, he's 0 for 2 with a walk on the game, so see what he can do.
And now with Ponce at the plate, runners on the corners for the Vikings. Here's the pitch. Ponce shows Button. He fouls it off. It is a hard foul ball. It'll go towards the Steindorf barn and get down there. 0-1 now.
Infield and double play defense.
So 0-1 with 1 down is, yeah, it's be a great time for Annalee to get a double play. Ponce shows bunt again. It's a fastball outside that he pulls back on. Wind's starting to blow in now, and it's blowing around. This is when Rec Park becomes a dust bowl. And now a bunted foul ball. So 1-2 with 1 down. The pitch, he shows bunt again, and it'll be a bunt foul ball, which is a strikeout.
Yeah, very interesting choice there. I don't know if he read the sign correctly there, but that's going to end up in the second out of the inning. That will end up leading runners on 3rd and 1st as number 6.
8, it's Chase Russell.
8. Chase Russell.
So
Starting pitcher, went 6 innings.
Yeah, the pitch, and that's upstairs to Russell. It was on 1st and 3rd. Russell delivered for the Vikings his last time up. Now an 0-1 to Russell. The pitch outside. So 2-0 now. Pitch in there for a called strike. So the pitch, this one swung on and fouled straight back. So Russell battling here, 2-2. Two now. He has a press pass. I know, just, yeah. 3-2 with 2 down. So full count now, the pitch. Runner goes, and he hits this one into left field. And O'Brien cuts it off and throws it to first for the out. So the side is retired, and Annaley has some work to do as the Vikings tag on 3 more, and they untie the game and almost break it open. 5-2, Monty heading to the top of the 7th. And welcome back here. Top of the 7th inning for Annaley is the 8-9 and the 1. Strinstein, Navarro, and Thomas for the Tigers, as they have Brandon Lizinto to deal with. Lizinto in to finish the ball game for the Vikings as they lead 5-2. Lizinto currently in line for the win. The Vikings would win on 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 10 runners left on base, which is quite crazy. So a lot of free passes for the Vikings, and now with Strinstein coming to the plate, we'll see what happens. Lizinto's first offering is outside the two-seam fastball. 1-0. 5-2 lead. The dust plumes starting to become more and more massive as the wind continues to set in here. Strinstein, the left-handed batter, watches that one in there for a called strike. That one was about an inch off the plate, but the umpire nevertheless calls it a called strike. 1-1 now, the pitch. This one is lined into left field. So Strinstein was able to get things moving with a single there. And now it's going to be Mikey Navarro who will come to the plate. Navarro currently attempting to deal now as he's trying to make up for his brother's start. The pitch inside, and it got him. Navarro reaches base on the hit by pitch, and now runners on first and second for Hunter Thomas. Thomas coming to the plate. So Lizinto having some issues. 5-2 the lead. Runners on first and second. Thomas, tall right-handed hitter, would be the game-tying run if he's able to beat the wind. Here's the pitch. High breaking ball outside for ball one. He throws that slider about a foot lower. That's a bomb for Hunter Thomas.
Yeah, really good pitch selection. He gave up that single and now hit by pitch. Hopefully he can get out of this mess, Hugo.
And Lizinto steps off yet again to get his signs. 1-0 now. Lizinto comes home, and a big swing and miss on the fastball there. And gets Hunter Thomas to chase. So it'll be Thomas and then Rinker.
Lots of velocity on that fastball, Hugo. It's hard to make contact with.
Yeah, they're going to look to double off here, but we'll see if they can get that. 1-1 now to Thomas. Lizinto comes set, comes home. The pitch is upstairs. 2-1. And the umpire and the catcher cramping. We'll just take some time to walk around. 2-1. Gonna be the count to Thomas as the catcher having some trouble fighting through this cramp.
Yeah, heroic stuff there. They got to catch a lot of innings and a lot of pitches.
Yeah, Proser gets through. So he's battling through that. Now Hunter Thomas will step out and step back in. Has to be enough time for both teams to take in and out, but right now,
Definitely.
yeah, could get it done in 30 minutes. We'll see.
Essentially.
Well, now Lizinto will step off. He spent more time, I think, off the rubber than he has on the rubber. Lizinto kicks and delivers, and that one's in the dirt. 3-1. So 3-1 with nobody out and runners on first and second, and Hunter Thomas waits. The pitch inside, and Thomas walks. So now Donnie Rinker will come to the plate, and I think Montgomery might be making a pitching change. Lizinto will come back to the rubber, and he's coming a little wild, and they're not going to take the ball from him because they don't really have an arm to bring in. So, yeah, Lizinto will be given a bit of a leash here and issuing 3 passes to 2 out of the 3 first batters. We'll see. Strinsky on third, Navarro on second, and Thomas now on first for Donnie Rinker, who's flown out to to center and left field in his last 3 times up. 5-2, the Vikings lead, but the base is loaded here for Annalee. Rinker with one swing of the bat could change the game. The pitch, high fastball, 1-0. So Lizinto struggling with control here. Got a pair of rat tails on the back of his head. Actually, just one. It seems like one rat tail that's been split into another rat. I don't know what's happening on the back of his head. 1-0. The pitch upstairs. 2-0. This is what you do not want if you're Montgomery. Just walking Rinker, bringing in a run, and then bringing up Kyle Russell, the #1 batter for average for the Tigers. Lizinto. At this point, you got to give him something to put in play. The 2-0 on the way. Swing, and this one's popped to the right, giving chases Kramer, and he runs out of room. So now count moves to 2-1.
And we are supposedly 36 minutes away from first pitch of the Windsor-Ukiah game, but I believe there definitely will be a delay.
Yeah, this game got started a bit late. 4:34 was first pitch. The 2-1 drops in there, a slider for a called strike, 2-2. I mean, unless he can get Rinker out here on a triple play or a double play and then get out Russell in order, I think that, yeah, we will have a little bit of a delayed start. The 2-2, and Rinker grounds this one to short. Tough hops, tossed to second for one. No play at first as a run comes across to score.
Get a quick out there, and now you have double play defense. Runners at the corners. Even if that run does end up scoring, it's not tied. So as long as you get that double play or at least one of those outs, you're looking good.
Yeah, so now 5-3 with one down. Still a double play situation over there at second. For this time now for Kyle Russell, who singled his last 2 times up to the plate. Wyatt O'Brien also singled both times in last inning. The first offering is upstairs, 1-0. So 1-0 now with one down, and Russell will call time. Came into this game batting in the 400s and will exit this game right now batting in the 400s. Lined into a double play where back in the first, but since then single and an RBI and then a single and a run scored in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt. Runner goes. The throw to second is not in time. It squirts away into the outfield. Coming in to score is going to be Navarro, and Thomas came in to score. No, Navarro, Thomas got pinch ran for.
Very interesting move. That's Cal State University
Monterey Bay.
Monterey Bay, excuse me.
I was mistaken. He was called out in the fielder's choice. So now the tying run on third, and disaster again striking for these teams. That is going to be an error on the shortstop. He couldn't field it. So an error on the shortstop allows them to move up. Pitch is low for called ball, 3-0. So again, an open base and Wyatt O'Brien on deck. And very quickly, the Vikings could find themselves on the losing end. 3-0 buffet count here to Russell. The pitch in there for a called strike across the letters. 3-1 with one down.
Yeah, a lot of trouble here, Hugo. You don't want to walk him. If you're the coach of Monty, you got to be looking at your bullpen thinking, who's the next guy up?
3-1 with one down. The pitch, and it's in and hit it.
And I believe that'll do it for number 29.
Yeah, Lizinto, his day is done, and so we'll see who they bring in to try and close this game out. Lizinto's still in line for the win.
And it looks like they're going to be bringing in.
I think they're going to bring in Pedroza and move Russell over to third. They are, so Pedroza is going to come in to pitch.
Pedroza playing third. He's got a great arm.
Yeah, they'll move Lizinto back to, I believe, second, maybe shortstop.
Hugo, we got a lot of baseball in for us, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Coming up at 7:30, excuse me, we have Ukiah and Windsor playing for the NBLO tournament title. The number 4 Wildcats have made quite the run, and we'll see if they can continue and keep this run going with a win here at Recreation Park. Now we're going to see Pedrosa coming into the game. So Pedrosa will take some warm-up pitches, and we'll take a break. And we're back here. Wyatt O'Brien now to the plate against Salvador Pedrosa, the new pitcher in the ball game. So Luzinto still in line for the win. Salvador Pedrosa in with a tough spot and a chance at getting a save. One down here, runners on the corners. First offering from Pedrosa. Nope, he steps off and picks over to first. I think Annalee might get that runner in motion to avoid the double play. Then an infield ground ball does bring home the tying run.
And switching gloves is a weird feeling as an infielder. You go from something you're used to and you've used for 6 innings, and now you're using a totally different glove.
One down, the pitch. O'Brien bunts it, and he fouls it off to the right into his own dugout for strike one. 0-1 now with one down. Runner over on first is Kyle Russell. Donnie Rinker over at third. They both creep away from their bags. 0-1 with one down. 5-4 the score here. Here's the pitch. And a big swing and miss. 0-2 now. O'Brien. This would be huge for Pedrosa to record a strikeout against O'Brien and bring up Connor Ibsen, who's 0 for 2 in the game with a walk his last time he came up. And runner is going to go, and we're going to have a guy in a pickle, and the throw goes over the head of the second baseman, and a run comes in to score. Disaster for Montgomery. 5-5, tied game.
And Hugo, that is the worst possible thing that could have happened to Montgomery. That ball goes just past the shortstop's glove, literally inches away from catching it. And that would have resulted in an out. And sadly, now you're tied, and there's a runner in scoring position, and O'Brien has a chance to walk this thing off.
Well, it wouldn't be a walk-off because Annalee is the away team, but they will still have themselves a chance at winning this game as Pedrosa steps off. Montgomery then would then get the chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th, an inning that they do in fact have. They do in fact have the 8, 9, and 1 coming up, so at least Justin Howard, he seemed like an automatic base hit. So pretty good game here. 0-2 with 1 down. O'Brien waiting. He was the hero last year. Can he be the hero once again for the Tigers? The pitch, breaking ball upstairs. 1-2.
Yeah, O'Brien's got that power, Hugo. If he gets onto one, might be going into the street over there in left field.
1-2 with 1 down now to O'Brien. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck out. And so now it's going to be Connor Ibsen and Pedroza trying to keep Montgomery in position to hold this game at a tie. Connor Ibsen coming to the plate. 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Annalee. 5 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for Montgomery. I have them down for 7 right now. Here's the pitch. This one's up the middle, goes off of Pedroza's glove. There's not going to be a play at first, as he's just gonna have to hang on to it. And the 3rd error of the ball game, or of the inning, for Montgomery. In the 3rd error, all errors have come on Pedroza. He was at short, and then now making errors as pitchers. 2 down. 5-5 here. The pitch from Pedroza now. Nope, he checks back. We'll see. Annalee might do that double steal fake that they did and try and catch Pedroza off.
Yeah, if you're Pedroza, you got to take some deep breaths and really just lock in on getting it out.
Here's the pitch. Upstairs. 1-0. Gavin Gillespie was up and warming up in the pen. Gillespie, actually. Gillespie will likely come into this ball game if Pedroza cannot end this thing here, as Frenchie at bat once again called upon to take down the Vikings. 1-0 with 2 down. To Frenchie, the pitch. Breaking ball outside. 2-0. So already troublesome here for Pedroza. If you're just joining us, 5-5 in the top of the 7th. Annalee has rallied for 3 runs, and they have runners on the corners with 2 outs. Pedroza's offering to Frenchie is upstairs, 3-1 now. So the question is, does Gillespie now get put in this ball game if Frenchie walks? And Caleb Jacobs would come in, the pitcher. He's been summoned to close it out. The pitch, low, and he walks.
You got to feel for Monty right now. Everything has gone the opposite way in which they've wanted it to go, and quite frankly, these Annalee Tigers have been given so many gifts that that's the reason why it's tied right now. They had a 3-run lead going into this inning, and they could have closed it off, and now they have a chance to give up the lead, which is something you don't see very much. They've went through 2 pitchers already. They might have to go through a 3rd to get 3 outs. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, now juiced bags here for Caleb Jacobs, who will look to give himself some insurance, and it's in the dirt. Pedroza comes set, comes home. This is a slow ground ball to the first baseman, Kramer, and he will step on the bag. So the Vikings are able to escape the jam, but not before Annalee ties it up. It'll be on the Vikings to try and win this thing in the bottom of the 7th to avoid extras. We'll be right back.
I don't either. Just have fun.
And we're back here. 5-5 now for the bottom of the 7th as Vince Prosser will come to the plate.
Yeah, Prosser trying to keep this a tie ball game and go to extras.
Prosser, right-handed hitter. Facing off against Caleb Jacobs. The first pitch is fouled off.
Excuse me, Jacobs trying to keep this a tie game and go to extras.
Here's the pitch, and this one is a slow ground ball to third. Throw on to first in time, 1 down. So now Rocco Foncio will come to the plate. Foncio 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts today.
For the Vikings, number 3, Rocco Fazio.
Fazio 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts, as you said, Hugo. Trying to get someone started for the Vikings before they eventually, potentially, head to extras.
Yeah, 5-5 now. Pitch is outside. The first offering to Foncio, 1-0. It'll be the top of the order now, due up. Pitch is, well, they're 2-0 now. And now Howard waiting on deck. He will bat lefty against Jacobs. He was 1 for 2 batting righty. Here's the pitch, and he fouls this one off his foot. 2-1 now. Fazio just gonna have to walk it off.
The stands are packed here, Hugo, at Rec Park. There are tons of people just waiting for this Windsor-Ukiah game to start, as we are still on just the Monty Italy one. But right after this, we will be having
This one's fouled off to the left.
the Windsor Jaguars play against the Ukiah Wildcats in the NBL League playoff for the championship.
And now 2-2. The pitch outside, full count. So here in the 7th, Fazio trying to get something going for Montgomery. Time is called. The umpire, home plate umpire, telling the pitcher to stop touching his nose before he grips the ball. The pitch, and Fazio grounds this one to short. Rinker takes a set. He fires on the first in time, 2 down. So now it'll be all up to Justin Howard, as likely Pedroza will come in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, Howard, he's 2 for 3 on the game with 2 singles, a walk, and an RBI. He's done a really, really good job today, and if anyone's going to start something for the Monty.
Here's the first pitch inside to Howard, way inside at his shoulder. 1-0.
I don't think that was just a coincidence. I think that might have been a message to back off the plate.
Here's the 1-0, and it's right down the middle, fouled off to the left. It'll land in a pile of Healdsburg and Windsor players talking things over.
Just talking the talk.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm a little shocked. No 7th inning stretch. So 1-1 as Jacobs steps off. A double here would bring in Benny Oliveras and give Benny a chance to walk things off here. He had a single and an RBI that put the Vikings ahead and led it to that explosion back in the bottom of the 6th. The 2-1. And Howard pokes this one out into left field. And Russell in on it. He makes the catch. And the side is retired in order.
We're going extras.
Yep, we're going extras, ladies and gentlemen. So we head to the top of the 8th, and we'll see who comes in to pitch for the Vikings. Annalee will look to keep their offensive hot streak going when we come back.
For the Tigers, number 10, Emerson Johnston.
And welcome back. Now, top of the 8th, we have free baseball here on the Hugo Sports 360 Radio Network. The NBL Championship, Redwood Championship game, 5-5. And it is going to be Emerson Johnston to lead things off. Here's the pitch, and that one is outside for a called ball. Johnston batting in the DH spot for Brody Strinsky.
She's right there.
Here's the pitch. That one's low again. 2-0. So now the 2-0 count now to Johnston. The pitch upstairs. Three and 0 now to Johnston. Johnston waits. Pedroza kicks and delivers. That one's in there at the belt buckle for a called strike. So 3-1 now. Pedroza gets his sign. Pedroza kicks and fires. That's in the dirt, and Johnston walks.
Yeah, that was a really good at-bat, and now you see if the Tigers can take advantage of this, maybe take the lead, and then you got yourself a championship. So let's see who comes up on top here in extras.
And so now it's going to be Mikey Navarro. And they check over on Johnston. He is back in time. Runner on first is Johnston. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt and pulls it back. Navarro doing a great job here. See what he can do. 1-0 now to him. Mikey waits. Brother of the starting pitcher, Nicky. 1-0 on the way to Navarro. As low and inside, 2-0. So now, 2-0 count to Navarro. Hit by a pitch last inning. The pitch low, and that's 3-0 now. And I think Montgomery, their manager, looking like he's ready to make a change if Pedroza walks Navarro, especially with the top of the order due up. The 3-0 on the way. Kicks and delivers. Inside, and Navarro walks on 4 pitches. And that might do it for Pedroza. Yep, they're going to pull Pedroza. So Pedroza goes 2/3 of an inning. And we're going to have a new pitcher. It is going to be coming in from right field, Joel Silva, who will come in to pitch, and we'll be right back. Welcome back here. We're back. Runners on first and second. New pitcher in the game is Joel Silva. He moves in from right field. And they're going to move now starting pitcher Chase Russell now into right field as this pitch is inside to Hunter Thomas, the leadoff man who walked his last time up. So it's been Emerson Johnston who came in to lead off the inning. He walked. Then Mikey Navarro walked on 4 pitches. Now Thomas opens up with a 1-0 count. Silva comes set. Silva kicks and fires, and that one's in the dirt, 2-0. So Chase Russell now in the position count. He's played 4 positions around the diamond. Pitcher, shortstop, third base, and now in right field. He threw 5 2/3, giving up 2 runs, and I think the Vikings are wishing they kept him in because right now disaster on the brink for Montgomery in extra innings. They led 5-2 at one point, and now a pitch way up and out, 3-0 to Thomas. Extra innings thriller for the Redwood title. The pitch from Silva upstairs, and a 4-pitch walk to start his outing. So now Donnie Rinker will come up, and he'll have a conference with his third base coach. Rinker coming to the plate, right-handed hitter. Rinker stands in. The right-hander toes the slab. Silva gets his sign. He kicks and pitches. Rinker watches that one come across his knees for a called strike. 0-1 now. The wind now blowing very hard. You see the dust plumes floating into the stands here at Recreation Park. 0-1. the pitch, and this one's popped up into left field. Olivares, nope, it's the wind's gonna blow it all the way back into the infield.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, you saw that wind coming in from left field. It blows this ball. Olivares gave it chase from left field, and it blew all the way back into the infield and onto the grass where Lazinto was able to make the catch. So one down now for Montgomery, and they'd like two more just like that. You can't hit anything pretty high here because it'll just get blown immediately down by this wind, blown out to right field and in from left, and it's just such a painful time at the plate as Cal Russell steps up. He watches that one go outside. He was hit by a pitch last time up. 1-0 now. Short-handed Windsor will face off against Ukiah after this. The 1-0 in the dirt, 1-1. So now I believe that first pitch time will be bumped to 8 o'clock, as there's supposed to be at least 30 minutes between both games. So at least 8 o'clock. Montgomery still has to come and hit. So we could see that game be bumped even to 8:30, which means that it'll have to end pretty quickly. The 2-0 in there for a called strike. The lights are supposed to come off. Noise ordinance is 10:30 here in Healdsburg, California. So going to be a tough one for Windsor, and Ukiah might have to play a brief game. The 2-1 on the way. And that one's upstairs. 3-1 now. So Montgomery with no chance, it looks like right now, of getting an out. This is going to be a tough one for them. 3-1. The pitch here from Joel is in the dirt, and Rinker walks. Russell walks into scores Emerson Johnson, and the Tigers have the lead yet again. So now Wyatt O'Brien comes in. He struck out his last time up. Gets a chance to drive home some runs and extend this game for the Tigers. And Silva's first offering to O'Brien. He delivers. O'Brien watches that one go upstairs, 1-0. So 1-0 now to O'Brien. Right-handed hitter. A lot of power. Fans packing in here at Rec Park. The pitch in there, called strike. 1-1. One and one with one down. The pitch, and O'Brien lines this one dead center. Back on it is Howard. He is ranging back and will make the catch. Runners at second and third tag. The throw into third is not in time, and a run comes across to score under the legs of Mikey Navarro. It is now 7-5 Tigers. So Annalee has scored 5 unanswered to take the lead here in the top of the 8th.
Number 32.
Yeah, just a great piece of hitting. That's the power we were looking for all day, and really gets the job done, puts them up by 2. Feels like this thing's on the ice.
Yeah, they're just going to have Jacobs close it out. Here's the first offering to Ibsen, who watches that one go in the dirt, 1-0. 1-0 with 2 down now. Runners on the corners for the Tigers. (1-0) with 2 down. And they check back on the runner at first. He's back in there safely. How Annalee scored the tying run is quite interesting. They decided to have that runner at first. They had this same situation, but with 1 out, they had that runner at first get into a pickle, but the pitcher overthrew the cutoff man, as this one is inside 2-0. He overthrew the shortstop, and it trickled into center field, and when it trickled into center field, that's what it was, and that's how it ended. So Benny Olivares is going to have to get something started here for the Vikings as he comes up next. 2-0 is in the dirt, 3-0. So it just seems like Montgomery cannot find the strike zone to save their lives. 3-0 with 2 down. Another walk would walk the bases loaded and bring up Gabe Franchi. So I don't know if it'll be Franchi. I think we're going to see some pinch hitters. Here's the pitch, and that's upstairs, and he walks. So a 4-pitch walk will bring the Montgomery manager out of his dugout, and that might be the day for Joel Silva. We have Gabe Franchi coming to the plate, and yep, that's going to be the day for Joel Silva. So he goes, I believe, 2/3 of an inning.
This is just really sad to see if you're a Montgomery fan, just seeing the chances that you had. 6 runs, scored in the last 3 innings of just utter dominance from the Tigers, taking what they gave them, and it's not looking too great for the Vikings.
Yeah, Gavin Gillespie is going to come in to pitch, and we'll take a break. And we're back here, approaching hour number 3 on this game. Gabe Franchi will step in, 7-5 lead with the bases loaded. And 2 down as Gavin Gillespie steps in here for Montgomery. Right now, Joel Silva in for the loss as the pitch is upstairs. Actually, I believe it might go to Salvador Pedroza, who started the inning and gave up a run there. So I think Pedroza will be, as he earned the last run, he is in line for the loss. 1-0 in there for called strike. We'll do a quick double check on that once the game ends, but anyways. One and one now with 2 down. The pitch. This one is popped up in the outfield. Howard over on it, ranging towards his left, and he will make the catch. And the side is retired. So after 5 walks for the Vikings, Annaly plates 2 runners, and the Tigers will look to hold on to this one in the bottom of the 8th. We'll be right back. And welcome back here. Benny Oliveras will lead off for Montgomery in what has just become a disaster game for the Vikings. 5 unanswered by Annaly has led to a 7-5 deficit in extras. Oliveras will try to right the ship here. Had a single and an RBI that gave the Vikings a lead, which feels like it was a year ago how long this game has run. Officially 3 hours and some surplus as Windsor and Montgomery were, or Windsor and Ukiah rather, as Oliveras flares this one up the middle and it's caught at second for out number 1. And now Adam Kramer will step to the plate. So in the effect that Annaly does hang on to this one, Caleb Jacobs is the winning pitcher. Not totally sure on who will officially be tagged with the loss, but the two teams will split the split the season on each other, 2-2. In the regular season, Montgomery took 2 out of 3, so they'll be 2-2 against each other. As Coach Aaron Ford watches on, and he's gonna look to get ready for his guys. 1-0. That's outside. 2-0. So control has definitely been the issue here for both teams. A cascade of walks. We'll officially get the official metric as this pitch is fouled off to the left and out of play.
Yeah, 2 outs to play with for Montgomery. They have to find a way to hold on to this one to try to get that lead. Officially
16 walks in the game. Heading into last inning, Annaly only had 5 walks, and they were walked 5 separate times. 5 times. This one floats outside. 3-1 now. So this might be walk number 17 on the game. Jacobs kicks and deals, and it's upstairs, and Kramer walks.
And Hugo, let's try to hit 20 at this point. I feel like let's strive for a number. If we hit 20, I think there might be something going on.
Well, the league kind of needs to call it at some point if they want to play this Windsor-Ukiah game that's highly anticipated. It's unlikely, though, that we may not even have a finish. 10:30 normally the restriction. They might try and play a little bit loose with it as that one goes upstairs. 1-0. Rarely do games go to 10:30, but we'll see. 1-0 now to Joel Silva. The pitch. Silva grounds this one up the middle. This might be the game. Fumbled at short by Rincor. The throw to first is offline, and both runners are safe.
Yeah, and just another, I believe that's an error, but very bad mental decision there by Rincor, and leads to an error. And now you have 2 runners on for Salvador Pedroza.
Yeah, Pedroza should be good. I mean, what's working, though, for the Ukiah-Windsor game is both teams, Ukiah can get on these hot runs, but Windsor's starting there. Well, they've got a great 1-2 punch, but they've got Gavin Restad out there, so he will start, and it's going to be good as Pedroza fouls this one off to the left side down the third base line. 0-1. With 1 down here, so double play. That could have been the double play, and I think Rincor was thinking about that. Double play, win the game, but he fumbled the transition and couldn't get it to go, so that is another error for Annaly. They're 3rd on the game. Monty themselves have a 3 punch of errors as that pitch is at the knees, called strike. 0-2.
And the Montgomery head coach having a couple of words with his I believe that's going to be Chase Russell.
The pitch, and he grounds this one down the third base line. O'Brien taps third for 1. The throw to first is offline. It bangs off the netting. And so a costly error. 5U and then an error by O'Brien. So 4 errors now on the game for the Tigers, and now it'll give one more chance for Montgomery, and the tying run is at first in Jonathan Ponce. So Ponce now to face Caleb Jacobs as Jacobs looks to close it out. Annaly tonight, 7 runs on, well, what's So the first pitch is inside, 1-0. 7 runs on just 5 hits. Now 4 errors, and they've left. Well, they've left after leaving the bases loaded in their last 2 innings. They've left 11 stranded. Montgomery fouls that one off.
2 out, so it's do or die time here, Hugo. We would like to thank you all for sticking with us. We do hopefully have another game, but
yeah, I think we'll play it. They'll definitely, if anything, they'll get it going in the next 20 to 30 minutes.
Definitely.
So anyways, the 1-1 now on the way. The pitch, swing, and this is grounded hard down the third base line, but foul. Oh, just narrowly foul.
We're talking inches, Hugo, a game of inches.
And now it is going to be Ponce. And Ponce, I mean, tough one for him. 0 for 3 with a walk. Struck out his last time out. Annaly down to their final strike for the championship. Oh, the slider that just cut right into the zone, and the umpire says no dice. 2-2. Ponce lives to see another day. The 2-2. Outside, full count. So 3-2, 2 outs. The tying run is at first, and Ponce a chance to tie it or even win it here for the Vikings. Jacobs at the belt, the delivery, lined up the middle, base hit, 1 run scores. And the Vikings now 7-6, runners on first and second with 2 down. They stay alive.
And all of a sudden, there's a spark here, Hugo. Score 7-6. And now here comes the pitcher that went 6 innings, only giving up 2 runs. And he was just yelled at by his head coach. Let's see if he can deliver and maybe flip the script and show why he's getting that at bat.
Yeah, he was one of the RBI getters back in the 6th as he grounds this one. High chopper, Rinker fields it, throw to first, and that's the game. Annaly wins it. The Tigers hang on in extra innings. And the Tigers are your 2026 Redwood Tournament champions. They go back-to-back. Annaly, 2 championships in the 2 years since moving down from the Oak to the Redwood, and it's warranted. The final 7-6. Monty finishes 6 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors, and 12 runners left on base. Annaly, 7 runs, 5 hits, 4 errors, 11 runners left on base. Thank you all for joining us. We'll have the next game in the NBL Oak right after this. It will be a new stream, by the way. It will be a new stream.